Good morning, students. Welcome back to the classes of data structures. So, previous class we had a discussion on the topic called linked list. So, today we will be continuing the same topic, that is linked list. So, data structures is a chapter number 4, and in data structures the weightage is 14 marks, and today's topic is the continuation of linked list. So, we will be discussing part 14 from data structures. Let us quickly recall the topics what we have studied in our previous sessions. So, in the previous session we had a discussion as to how a node can be created, how we can create a linked list, and how we can traverse the list, and we had a discussion as to how we can write an algorithm for traversing. So, we had a discussion of how a node can be inserted. So, these were the topics which we had discussed: creating node, creating linked list, traversing, algorithm for traversing, inserting a node. Today's class we will be discussing inserting a node in detail. Let's get started and check out how we can insert the node at different positions, or how it can be, which are the different ways in which we can insert a node. Inserting a node into the linked list. When you want to add a node to the linked list, so there are two ways in which a node is added to a linked list. So, sometimes we need to add a node in the beginning, sometimes we need to add a node at the given position, and sometimes we need to add a node at the end. So, we will be discussing each one of them in detail. So, sometimes we need to insert a node into the linked list. A node is inserted into the linked list only if there are free nodes available in AVAIL. As discussed earlier, AVAIL is a systems linked list, which maintains a list of available or free nodes, which are deleted nodes. Only free space is available, then only we can add a node. A node can be inserted at the beginning of the list, a node can be inserted at the given position, and a node can be inserted at the end of the list. Let us check out each one of them in detail along with the algorithm. Let's see how a node can be inserted at the beginning. So, as you can see from the head is head or start, which always points to the first node in the list. So, now we are adding the word link. You can see now we are creating a new node, and then we are making the new node's pointer to point to the first node, and we are making the head node pointing to the new node. So, let us check the algorithm for adding a node at the beginning of the list. As we know, the head or the start, it contains the address of the first node in the list. To add an item to the linked list, we follow the following procedure. Create a new node. First we will create a new node. Fill the data in the data field of the new node. In the new node we will add the data. Then new node we will mark the link as null. Later on we will attach the start with the new node. So, let us see how we can do this. So, first P is equal to new node. P is the new node created. So, the new node created is P. Data of P is equal to num. So, the data of P is equal to, say we have assigned 1, and we are making the start node as the link. That means, see, we are adding, as you can see here, first the start node was pointing to the node 40, then we created a new node 50. New node is the 50. Now what we will do is we will assign new node to the start, and before as adding new node to the start, first we will make sure that 40 is followed by 50. So what we will do is new node link, we will make it to point to the 40 node. See, this is the new node created. So new node, before it has to be attached, the new node before it has to be attached. So what we have to do here is, this is the new node created. So now start is pointing to 40. Now we want to add 50 at the beginning. So what we will do is, first we will make the new node to point to 40, because if 50 becomes the first node, 40 will follow the 50. So we will make, by this statement we will make link of P is equal to start. So what we are doing is link of P is equal to start. Whatever start is there, that we will point it to link of P, that is this. And then start is equal to P. So this is P. New node is itself is P. So this is P node and new node is P. As you can see here, new node is P. Data of P is equal to some number, that is, imagine 50 we are giving. Link of P is equal to start. Now start is pointing to 40. Now we will make link of P, that is 50 nodes, link pointer point to the 40 node. Then start is equal to P. We are making start to point to P. So like this we can attach a node in the beginning of the list. So here we have a program which will add a node to the beginning of the list. So first we have a list, we are creating a list, then we have a linked list, that is a constructor, and then we have a print, and then we have count, and then we have insert. Print will print the nodes data, and count will tell us how many nodes are available, and insert will add the node at the beginning of the list. So let us start with the first constructor. So here we are making first start is equal to null. If start is equal to null, we are printing linked list is empty. Otherwise we will start printing from start. So P is equal to, we will make P point to start, and then till P becomes null we are printing the data which is available in P, and we are making P is equal to P of link. That means we are making P to point to the next node in the list. Again we repeat, we print the data and we make the P to point to the next node. So as we know that the last node's link is always null. So once P reaches last node, P will become null, and this condition becomes false, and control comes out of the loop once the data of last node is printed. So now we have insert. So here first we are creating a new node. We are creating a new node, and then we are adding the data, and then we are making new nodes link to point to the start, and we are making start as the new node. We are making new node as the start node. So like this we can insert a node at the beginning. So here this will count the total number of nodes available in the list. So P starts with start, which is the first node, and till P reaches null we are printing the, we are incrementing the count by making C++. Execution always starts from main. So we are creating a linked list. So we are creating a linked list here, and then we are asking, do you want to insert a node at the beginning? We are asking a user whether they want to insert a node at the beginning. If the answer is yes, that is y, then we are accepting a data and we are inserting. Then we are asking, do you want to insert a node at the beginning, whether they want to add one more node. If they say yes, this loop is repeated. If they say no, control comes out of the loop. Then we are printing the elements and then we are printing the count and then we are ending the program. So let us see the output of this program. So here we have, do you want to insert a node at the beginning? So if the answer is yes, so we will insert 1 1 1. And then do you want to insert again? If the answer is yes, again we will insert 2 2 2. Again, do you want to insert a node? If the answer is yes, we are inserting 3 3 3. So now the list has 3 2 and 3 3 3 3 2 and 1 1. And now, do you want to continue? Do you want to insert a node? The answer given is no. So control loop comes out of the loop and we are printing the contents of the loop. So this is how we can add or insert a node at the beginning. Now we will see how we can add a node at the end. So already we have 10, 20, 30. Now we want to add 40. Let us see how we can attach a node to the end, towards the end. So here we can insert a node at the end of the linked list. To insert a node at the end of the list, we have to traverse to the last node. Traverse means we have to move from the start node to the last node. How do we know that we have reached last node? By knowing the link. So as we know that always the last node's link is null. If we get null, which means we have got the last node, then we can attach 20 to the, as 20 becomes the new node, we are making the link as null. So let's check out the algorithm for the same. Start. So first we need to identify the last node. So how do we identify? We begin with the start node P, while P not equal to null. If P is null, we will stop. Then P is equal to next of P, next or link of P. So we are storing the address of the next node to P and we are repeating. As we know that once P reaches last node, P of next will be null. So this will become false. Control will exit. N is equal to new node. We are creating a new node and then we are adding the data and we are adding the link as null. Then as we know that P has reached the last node, then we are attaching N to link of P. As P is pointing to the last node, N is the new node which will be attached. So this is how we can attach a new node to the end. So now let us see how we can attach a node at the beginning, specified position or the given position. So already we have 50, 40 and 20. Now we want to insert 70. We want to insert 70 after 40 and before 20. At position say 1, 2, 3. Third position we want to store. Let us see the procedure for inserting a node at the specified position. So we start the process and then we will say count is equal to 0. P1 is pointing to the first node and count is equal to count plus 1. So we are totally counting the total number of nodes available and the count is available in count. If position is equal to 1, that means we are calling insert beginning. So we will call insert beginning where we will insert the node at the beginning. If position is equal to count plus 1, we are counting the total number of nodes, that is in count. If count is equal to 5, that means 5 nodes. So if position is equal to, we want to add it to the 6th node. If we want to add it at the 6th position, then if position is equal to count plus 1, we will call insert end. So we will call insert end. Suppose we don't want to add at the beginning and also we don't want to add at the end. So maybe somewhere intermediate position is given. So if P is less than or equal to count, P1 is equal to start. So we are making P1 point to the start, and we are making P1 move to the position. Suppose position is 2, we will make P1 to move to position 2. Then we are creating a new node called P2. Now the node we want to attach is P2. So now what we are doing is, we are adding item of data, and then here you can observe link of P1 is equal to link of P2. So suppose link P1 is pointing to the specified position, and that link, the following link will be stored in P2, and then we are making P2 to assign to link 1. Otherwise we will print invalid position. So say for example, we have P1 is pointing to the start node. So P1 is pointing to the start node. Say we are making P1 pointing to the start node, and you want to assign the node to the second position. So P1 will reach the second position. Now new node is P2. P2 has to be attached. So we need to change the link of P2 and link of P1. So link of P1 we need to change, and also we need to change the link of P2. See, so as already there is a link from this node to this node, that is 40 to 20. Now what we will do is, we will make P1 we will attach to 70, and from 70 we will create a link to 20. Clear? So now we will start from P1 will point to the first node. So we will move until we reach the specified position. For example, the specified position is, imagine 3. So, 2. P1 will reach this position, that is this node. The new node is P2. So as you can see here, the new node is P2, and P1 is pointing to start node, and we are making P1 to move till we get the right position, specified position. So we can see in the example, P1 will point to, first it will point to first node, then it will come to the second node, that is P1 is pointing to 40. Now P2 is the new node. P2 is the new node, it has to be attached. So two things we have to change. So already from 40 there is a link to 20. This link we have to change. From 40 we have to link 70, and from 70 we have to link 20. So what we will do is, P1 link we will make it to the new node P2, and P2's link we will make it to P1 of link. This link we will store here, and this link we will store it to, or we will assign it to P2. Like this we will change the links. So that is done here. You can see in this example. So here we are changing the links in this statement and this statement. Link of P2 is equal to link of P1. Link of P1 is equal to P2. Like this we are attaching the node at the specified position. So this is the algorithm for inserting a node at the specified position. A node can be inserted at the three positions. One is at the beginning by making the new node itself as the start node. We can attach a node at the end. So by detecting the last node, how do we detect the last node? We detect the last node by checking the link field of the node. If link field of the node is null, then we assume that will be the last node, and then we attach the newly created node to the last node. And if we want to attach the node at the specified position, first we will make a pointer to move to the specified position. Like we took P1, we made it to point to start, and then we in the loop we continuously moved P1 to till we get the specified position. Then we created a new node, that is P2, and after creating new node P2 we need to attach. So we need to attach P2 by changing two pointers, that is, so P1's link we will assign it to P2 and P2's link we will assign it to P1's link. By this we establish a link between the nodes, and there will be a node added at the specified position. So this is the algorithm. So you have a program only for inserting a node at the beginning. So you need not you don't have programs on at the specified position and deleting it and adding at the end. So hope you have understood this topic. Kindly make a note of the things what you are studying. Make a simple notes, and also attend the 10-mark question which will be given along with this video. Hope you have understood today's topic. Thank you for patience listening, my dear students. God bless you all.